position it for a baby class so that it suits their needs. So on this bar, guys, you're gonna have some sort of slide. And we talk a lot about blind landings because it's good for our proprioception, our body awareness, where we are in space. So over here on this guy, we're gonna have our backward slides where we hold on to the top, and then I'm gonna hang some stuff from the bar right here so they can look at it. And then, let's see, Elise, you wanna show us? Watch Elise, yay! It's Elise's first day. She's gonna lay on her tummy, she's gonna hold on to the edge. Maybe we'll have some stuff here for her. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, super, oh, good holding on. Good holding on, super Elise. Good, after 2 or 3 times down, you're gonna see them start to straighten their legs as they get to the bottom because they're anticipating where the floor is. The first time, no idea. Then they start to gauge their surroundings. Good, and they anticipate where the floor is. I know, you did so good, buddy. You did so good, yes. Over here, we're gonna go inside the little sensory pit and we're going to stack. They're gonna be inside sitting, which is already good for our tummy muscles. 1, 2, 3, either they reach and knock over or we knock it over onto them so they get that nice crash on top of their heads. Over here, we're gonna do a little music bar. So I'm actually just gonna move these monkeys and we're gonna set a ton of stuff between here and here. Tons of things that make noise, rattles, shakers, like these. And then we'll sit on the rocker and we'll practice pulling them. There we go, off the bars. I know I need to tie these monkeys here. So we'll tie something here, like this. So this will be a sensory bar and it'll be a rocking bar. And we're gonna sit in, when I said rockers, I meant billabos. We're gonna sit in our billabos and we're gonna start pulling all the scarves off and all the shakers off. I'm gonna attach more stuff over here for you guys. And then up on this high bar, we're gonna do 2 sets of swings, okay? So we'll do a saucer swing and maybe a regular swing for you guys. All right, that's the setup. You guys can start going as I finish your setup for you guys. Thanks, Steve. All right, let me see these little guys. Are you guys stacking? Well, mommies are helping us stack and we are destroying. Good job. Mary's doing a nice little slide down with her blind landing. Whoa. Wow, look at, we've secured these little light up wands to the bar. She's tracking them left. She's tracking them right. She's even reaching. Wow, you gotta be a big girl these days. Bless you. And she's gonna slide down, blind landing, can't see the floor, anticipating where it's at, building our body awareness, building our proprioception. Whoa, we got a nice big swing over here. I like how he's on his back. One thing that he's doing is I can see that he's looking at this band up here. So you can always attach fun stuff to the top. Good job. Another option is that we flip them over and they work on their neck muscles, their tummy muscles. Some of our babies can sit up on there as they're becoming better standers and sitters. Wow, you look so cute. We've got our billabos. These little red and pink things are our billabos. We've got music station, things that slide, things that move, things that make noise, working on our tummy muscles. Good job.
I am chillin', just chillin' with Frontier Fiber Internet and YouTube TV.
For your WeP classes this month, we are going to use the equipment we have in our vaulting area to do some WeP's activities. So watch my friend Wyatt. He's laying down. Remember that when babies engage their core, they tend to pull their arms and legs towards their core. So we want to stretch out and then we flip, and we're gonna take our time and let him push up at the end and get that good tummy time and get the neck muscle strong so they can establish the postural stability that they need to sit up and then to later crawl and then to later walk and finally to talk and do more important things in life. So we go arm stretch and flip, and we're gonna do it this way, and then they would parent would go ahead and put them back and maybe face the opposite direction so they can get the input of the rotation both directions. Over here we're gonna do an airplane. So, oh, look at this big boy. Watch him. He wants to go. Are you learning to flip? Yay! Good job. Okay, check him out over here. Even your big babies can do this. Your crawlers can do this. However, be careful that they don't flip off the side when you're playing with the airplane. So we come here, and we're going to go up, and we're going to go zoom, 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 zoom. And we're going to go down, and we're going to go up. And the real benefit here is that they're laying on their tummy, but at an incline or at a decline, so that they're using extra muscles to keep their head up even higher than if they're just laying on a flat surface. Nice thing about these mats is it tends to bother their tummy less. So they'll give you some good tummy times, more so than if you're doing your tummy time at home. For your little guys and get their elbows under, just watch that they're gonna roll, whoa, zoom, 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 go, 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 and crash. Okay, check him out over here. I'm gonna switch. Mr. Wyatt's gonna do one more, and then I'm gonna have Rain go so you can see the differences between our little wee peas and some of our older wee peas. So Wyatt's gonna go on his tummy. He's boogie boarding. He's going forward. Again, you got that benefit of that nice incline position where he's head below heart. You wanna go head below heart a lot in these classes. Up, and then down, and then up. And over here, we can take this opportunity to do little baby massages if they're taking their tummy time and they're inputting it nice and good. Forward and backward. Okay, good job, Wyatt. I'm gonna hand you back to Mommy for a second and show it to Bryn. Good job, buddy. Okay, watch this big boy. First of all, look at him in the Billabong. Billaboos are supposed to be really good for your tummy muscles, and they're really good job, buddy. We can zoom them around and play like race cars with them. For our older ones and for our little ones, we just sit and we rock forward and backward. And now check him out this way. Here he comes. Up, 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 up. And he's gonna open his feet. Wow. And he's rocking. And I'm barely helping him. Look at this big boy go. So we're surfing. We've moved on from boogie boarding to surfing. You can also practice your sits here. Yes, yes. And I'm close by, but he's really working it by himself. Okay, and then we've got a big station over here. So we've got, this is our big sensory pit. You always want some sort of sensory station. We've taken the balloons that we're using this month on Tumble Track and we put them around. And we're gonna use these sticks. So we sit up on the edge of the mat like this. And we use our sticks like this. And we pull it a little bit down and we go whack, whack, whack. We're just gonna make sure our mommies and daddies know to not let our babies bite the balloons, okay? And then for your little guys, they can tummy time and you want it right here and you're gonna let it kind of bink off their forehead so that their eyes contract and expand as it's moving towards their face and away from their face. Are you eating my straw? Yes. And then beyond that, they can kind of hang out in the sensory pit right here and you can do a couple things. So one, I'm gonna put some objects in here that are different. So you want your balls, maybe a spiky sensory ball, maybe something that lights up, and you're gonna see even the little babies that their eyes go to what's different. So they're gonna start to work their comparisons in their brain. Also, we just put some of these bells on these ropes and we can string them across and they're gonna practice pulling them off and sliding them across, so a little fine motor manipulations. We also took our silly salad kit that we're using on bars this month and we have it over there and we're gonna start to talk about the different things that are in there, things that they might see in their everyday life. Good job, boys! Yay! Thank you. Okay, ready? All right, guys, we're gonna sit with Mama and Dada and we're gonna help their bodies go through different motions. We're gonna focus on basic action words, not skill terms yet. We're going to focus on repetition and we're gonna learn through song, okay? We're gonna go open, open, close. Wow. Open, close. Wow, is that funny? Open, 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 close. Wow, what if we open and we do our drums? So we show our babies how to drum and then we help them drum. If we're little guys, we might not be able to reach yet. So we just hover drum, or we can even roll our hands, or we can kind of just lean forward and make contact with the floor a little bit. Oh, big drums like that. I like the drumming progression because first they're gonna show an interest in drumming, then they're gonna be able to try to imitate like this, then they'll finally gain enough control to hit one on the floor, then you'll see them be able to connect both, and finally they'll be able to alternate. So it's all a nice indicator of how their brain's developing, how their coordination is developing. Let's float. I saw a drum. I saw it. You try to copy Mama. Let's close our feet and we're gonna go itsy bitsy spiders go walking down the street. They get to our toes and they nibble on our feet. Tickle, 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 tickle. While we have them down at their toes, we're gonna take our mommy daddy thumbnail. We're gonna run it from heel to toe. Try to find that sciatic nerve. Try to find that long running nerve. You'll know you hit it because they'll give you a little reflex. This is a reflex we never shed. Shows us our whole body's connected all the way up to our brain. Boop, 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 boop. Good job. All right, let's turn around and do some baby sit-ups. Watch this. Buddy, I haven't seen you in weeks. How is Mama back at work? Does she miss you? Yeah, are you and Daddy surviving? Here we go. Here we go. Ready? Watch my big boy. We're gonna go here. We're gonna give him our finger. Boop, boop, boop. And we're gonna pull up. If you're getting nothing from them and they're just leaning back, give them some support behind their heads like this and we'll do more of a crunch up. But if they're pulling against you, then it's safe for their little joints, especially if you keep their elbows bent. Nice, buddy. Hey, you come do a machine. Very busy boy. Good job. How are you over there? What'd she do to you? I know I can't believe she did that to you. Here we go. How about a candlestick? We turn sideways. We're gonna rock. We're gonna go to our backs. We focus a lot on blind landings in this class, meaning they can't see where the floor is, and we make contact with the floor, so they're gauging where their body is in space based on what they see around them, not when they see the floor. So he goes back and up. Hooray! Okay, guys, let's do a little backflip. Us moms and dads, we're gonna sit. Do you mind if I just slow your baby? We're gonna do straight legs like this. We're gonna hug our babies like little koala bears. Like this. Oh, that's nice. We lay down. We go thumb to thumb, fingers to fingers. Boom. At the hip joint. I see you coming over here. And we're gonna flip to mommy's legs, to daddy's legs, and we go boop, 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 giddy up, giddy up, giddy up. Yay, giddy up. That's fun. Again, no goofy. In fact, I'm gonna get you. Ready? 2, 1, 2. Over we go. Wow. Okay, it's okay to keep our babies upside down for a second. If you feel in control of this skill and they seem to be tolerating the input or liking the input, then you like it. Do you like being upside down? Then let's give a pause because that's when we're gonna input the most. So we're gonna pause, upside down, whee! Look, Ethan's even starting to reach. So when we're little babies, I'm willing to bet if Mary got tipped upside down, she would to some degree throw her arms behind her because that's a primitive reflex that we shed. Hi, mister. When we get a little older, we learn to reach in front of our bodies and protect our heads and necks from a fall. So that's a learned reflex that we learn, a voluntary reflex that we replace with our involuntary reflex. And it's better for keeping us safe because we fall a lot when we're babies. 1, 2, 3, one more. Yay, boy. Good job, boy. Good job, buddy. All right, you guys ready to go play? She loves it. She's hilarious. You like that one, huh? Oh, yeah, man. All right, guys, let's go to the bars. 1, 2, 3. Woo! Back up. Boom. All right, all we're doing is bouncing and tracking. So it's a little bit more advanced than just tracking because our bodies are moving while we're trying to focus. Wyatt, wow, you're really looking at it. Whoa, good job, buddy. So we're using our eye muscles, strengthening our ocular muscles, tracking, using our core while bouncing. Good job. All right, guys, so we're gonna do one of 2 songs, and we usually do 2 songs. The first song we're gonna do is a follow-along song where we move our bodies in different ways. We get to know our bodies, we bond with mommy or daddy, and we follow along. We're gonna do our clap our hands song. We're gonna help them clap, and then we're gonna give a little pause and see if they're interested in starting to do their clap for the first time. We are clapping. Hey, let's kick our feet. Kick your feet. Wow. What about if we go faster feet? Yay! And we slow it down. And we do faster feet. Let's make our toes kiss. Out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Let's shake our hands. Yay! That's so cute. Okay, ready? Let's do our clap. Clap your hands. Where are you watching? I see you looking at me so far away. Good girl. And stomp your feet to the beat, to the beat. Whoa, you're doing it. What about super, super, use some sort of sensory song. We're gonna use some sort of prop. You can use pom-poms, you can use balloons, you can use bells, scarves, you can use parachutes. We're using a big piece of stretchy fabric that we use for our duck pond. And we're gonna keep the balloons in the air. We're gonna do tracking, and we're gonna practice pulling this really, really, really tight. So let's all pull it tight. We're gonna choose any kind of fun song that we like, something with a nice beat. And here we go, let's pull it tight. Yay! Whoa, guys, look it. There's some balloons. Woo! Good job, we're gonna keep it low so they can see it. If they fall out, that's okay. Good job. Oh my goodness, look it. They're floating. Whoa. They're floating. Yay! Good job. Oh my, that was wild. Good job. Good job, guys. Okay, Sailor's doing a tracking exercise. She's laying, and look how she's tracking that bell going across the bar. If they want to reach out and grab it, they can. We want to add a little challenge, a little depth perception. And we start a rock. Good girl. Look at her reaching so hard. She's trying so hard. Good girl. Look at how he's working on clap and hit, clap and hit. She's isolating each hand. Yeah, that's it. Good girl, Peanut. Oh, she likes it. Oh, show me that smile again. Sally, I see you. Hi, sweetheart, baby. Over on this hammock, we do some peekaboo. So we put the babies in the hammock, and then we hide, and we go peekaboo. On the swing, we sit in the swing, and then we're gonna try to have them touch their feet on the silks, maybe even pull them down. Look, we're doing our tummy time on the saucer. We're doing our tummy time. Yay, good girl. And we have a silk too if we wanted to do hammock swings. Yay. All right, sweet peas, wheat peas. They are using our climbing station as a slide. Blind landing, feet first on our tummies. Check it out. We're getting the balloons. We're rocking. This balloon is attached over on the other side. It's tied, and there, or was tied. You did a good job taking it off. And then we're doing a little hand-eye, a little tracking. We're sitting on the swing, working our core muscles, maybe adding an abrupt little hit of the swing so that they can attend their bodies to their minds. Over here, we're sitting in the billabos, and we're rocking, and we have various little objects. So we're either pulling the bells off the bars, sliding them around, especially if we're big kids, we stand and do it, or we're getting a little sensory immersion of tracking that pom-pom because it's so sticky and it's so colorful and it makes noise, all the good things. We're sitting in the billabo. We're gonna sit in this swing or any swing you have and rock forward, backward safely. And we're gonna go in the silk today. Okay, we set up. So we're using stuff we have set on the floor. Over here, we're practicing our hand-eye. We're working on our depth perception. Before babies can learn to sort and stack on their own, they learn to pull apart or destroy. So these cones are here. We put them on for them, and their goal is to reach out, get interested, and hit them off. And then us mamas, we reset. Over here, we have a simple sensory bar. So they're gonna belly up to the bar, and they're gonna practice knocking these over or watching the beads drop, and they're gonna use their buzzers. Over here, watch Lila. She's gonna go like this. We're just gonna lay on our tummy. We're gonna practice getting our arms out in front of us like this, and we're rocking. Remember when little babies turn upside down, they have a reflex where they reach like this. So we're gonna practice getting these hands in front so that we work on our voluntary action of reaching and protecting our heads when we fall. So she's rocking. She also is getting a nice little sensory integration exercise by taking the pressure of the tummy on the barrel. We can sit in our billabos, which are supposed to be good for your core. Over here, we just made a little ball pit with with the tunnels. And then what you're gonna wanna do is you put balls or blocks or scarves, anything in there, but then add something different. So add a few of something different so that they practice comparison. So they're gonna work on, like, they look at the balls and they realize this is different, and you'll see them gravitate towards the one or two things in there that are different from the rest of them. Over here, we're doing sideways little baby log rolls. We're gonna see how she gets the arm out of the way there so that we can really stretch out and roll and continue our roll down. And then always add in things like rockers, barrels, billabos, because these are side supplementary activities that you can do that give you more stations for your kids, okay? So this is what we're doing on floor this week with our weepies. We're gonna do the same thing with one piece, but we're gonna add some harder stuff for them. All right. Okay, we've got these weepies. Good job, Livia. Look it. We've got our blind landing, so we're working on our body awareness, where we are in space, our proprioception. Over here, we've got our little sensory bar, so you can add things like buzzers, you can add things like shakers that they have to turn upside down. You can add anything that moves or make noise or lights up. And look at her go. Livia, you're doing really good demonstrating right now. Thank you. We've got some extra stuff like some slides to climb and some stairs, a little sensory pit here. What we're gonna do is build a snowman. So we're gonna stack up, when the baby's in the middle, we're gonna stack up 3 of these blocks, and then we're gonna push it and let it hit them. Let it fall onto our baby so that they can start to anticipate when it's coming and try to reach out and block it. Check out Kason. Mommy's helping him take a snowball from one and put it in the other one. And he's coming to his midline to do that. So he's working both hemispheres of his brain. Look at, we're doing some baby. Look at, we're working on our timing. We're kicking the balloons. They can also sit on the edge and practice reaching out and grabbing our snow balloons. Good job. Okay, check out what Paisley's doing. So you can do this a couple different ways. We've hung something from the bar. She's laying down on this little ladybug rocker, and she's trying, the goal is to go head below heart. She's been like that for a while, so she's getting all the wonderful benefits of inversion, which we know is a vestibular input, which we know is really good for developing our balance and coordination. We want to disrupt that inner ear system and help them to organize faster. Over here, if they're pulling to stand, they're going to pull themselves to stand, balance on this rocker, play around with these buzzers. If they're little babies and they're tummy timers, or they're on all fours practicing their rocking, we're just going to put it here and they'll do their tummy time here. Look at the buzzers before they go. Over here, we've just got a swing, which we know, again, has wonderful vestibular benefits. If you swing slowly, calming input, and then you add an abrupt hit to it, all of a sudden it becomes more of a propriosensory integration exercise, because now they're all of a sudden very aware of where their body is in space, so they realize they can't anticipate the movement anymore. So it's vestibular, but it's also good proprio. Over here, we've just got the climbing station for those babies who are practicing their stair climbs. Maybe they're even high-fiving the bar, getting used to pre-grip on the bar. Over here, we have a little sensory center. So we've just hung some balloons, we've hung some musical instruments, and we have some of these little sensory spot markers down here so they can explore. This would be a good station if you had some little mirrors, you give them mirrors. And then we've added for our little babies, they're in these billabos, which are supposed to be good for their core muscles. They rock like that and they keep them in that crunch position. Over here, we've got a sit, watch Henry play. He's gonna show us this one. Come here, Henry. He's gonna sit. This is for your older babies. So either we just sit and rock, or they can sit, hold, and rock, and then you like this one. You can do this one. This one's kind of like the effect of like a mobile, like at home if you had a mobile over their crib. They're gonna lay down, they're gonna watch it spin over their head and take in all the colors. They can practice pulling them down. You could kind of thread objects on it if you wanted, like if you had some balls with holes on it, you can kind of thread it in and they can practice pulling those objects off the bar with a little hand-eye coordination. So this is what we have today. It's a smaller class today, so I've only set up stations on the bars. Remember, if you have a big class, you're gonna wanna branch out and set up extra stations, or at least a little area for them, balls, something like that, so that everyone has a place that they can go and choose to be. Thanks. All right, we've got some sort of ramp. You don't have to have a beam, but use something else. You can even buy PVC pipe at Lowe's and use it, and you can use it for a lot of things. It's also in another lesson plan, so it might be something you want to have on hand. All they're doing is one of two things. If they don't have their palmar reflex anymore, they're older than 6 months, they've shed it, they're practicing pre-throw, they're practicing releasing things voluntarily. If they still have a palmar reflex, then mommy or daddy is going to let the cars ride down the ramp, and they're going to work on their depth perception. So as something gets farther away or closer to our face, our eye muscle contracts or expands, strengthens our ocular muscle, improves our eyesight and our control of our eyeball. Okay, over here we've got blind landings. We do a lot of them, so they can't see the ground. They can just feel the ground when when they make contact with the ground, helps them understand where their body is in space and helps improve their peripheral. Ada is swinging towards mama and away from mama, and she's cracking up. We're spinning in the silk really fast, so we're getting that rotary input, that vestibular input that helps us improve our balance and coordination. Deacon is on a sensory bar. We've got balloons, we've got flowers, we've got bells, we've got things that make noise, things that have texture. Over here, we just hung a bunch of stuff from our little spinner, and we're practicing hand-eye coordination. So mommy's pushing it away, and they're catching it. And then this swing here, we're gonna practice going nice big movements, like a nice big slow swing with an abrupt stop so that they really work their proprioception. So what happens is when you build this rhythm, it's nice, they start to anticipate it and it starts to relax them. That's why rocking your baby is calming to them. They anticipate it. But when you add an abrupt stop, all of a sudden they become hyper aware of where they are in space, and it really improves their body awareness. Okay, so that's what we're doing on bars. And then remember to have some extra stations for your big baby classes so that there's somewhere for everyone to go. Yeah, if you want to take a lap and look at all the little stations, then you can do that. Should we do the boat? Okay. We're laying, we're rocking, closer, farther, good for our ocular control, or we're standing at the bar, working our gross motor balance muscles, pulling the bar in, out, engaging our core muscles. We've got a blind landing, we've got a proprio swing, we've got a vestibular swing. Over on this side, we've got some music stations where they're practicing reaching and grabbing, a pre-catch station. On the opposite side, can you show me something? Can you climb up and hit a buzzer? McKenna's not in this class, but she's just going to demonstrate it for us. You can climb up if we're climbers, hit it. We've got Superman baby swings over here. We're going to go in the silk today and go spin, spin, spin. And then over here, we've got a sit. Again, you can do 3 things here. You can sit and rock, stand and rock, or lay on their tummy and work their neck muscles. Over here, we're going to do a water table. Look at you. Where they're standing at, pushing this around. If you have little babies, move it to the floor, okay? And then we've got some ancillary stations here in case you have a big class. Here's a bar setup that you guys can do. We're gonna sit like we're riding a horsey on here, and we can track the balloon. We can use our hand-eye coordination to hit the balloon, or if they're little guys, they can practice pulling the balloon down and up using these strings that are dangling. Look at our balancers over here. They're doing gross motor balance with their big muscles. We put a few bells in here just so that they can practice coming to their midline, coming away from their midline. Over here, Noah is relaxing on the saucer swing. He's relaxing, and you know what? That's a good point, because this slow rocking motion, this input is a relaxing input. If we spun him really fast and then added some abrupt stops, that's a much more stimulating input. Both are good for our balance and coordination development, but 2 different applications of that. In the silk, we would spin really fast and add a hard stop so that they work their proprioception, which is essentially their body awareness without seeing the ground. They just feel where they are in space. Over here, we've got a car wash station. It's a sensory station. They're sitting in the billabos, which are supposed to be very good for your core muscles. They're balancing inside them, and they're going through these really sensory-rich pom-poms that are very crunchy and very colorful and noisy and good for them. There's a swing back here for them to just practice swinging. And then we have a music bar where we've tied some musical instruments and they're practicing tracking, using their hand-eye coordination, and listening to the different sounds that they make. If you had a very big class, I would say put some extra stations out, because remember with your mommy and me classes, you always want a minimum of 6 stations, and you always want at least 2 more activities than you have kids in your class, so that nobody's waiting around and everybody has choices to go to. That's what we're doing in Weepies. We are playing a game of builders and bulldozers. So we've got our toddler group, and they are kicking over the cones or hitting over the cones. The moms and dads are resetting the cones. We've got a little bit of a gross motor station here where they're running, but they're also trying to do some precise movements by hitting or kicking them over. They have a lot of fun doing it, and it's a good one for your toddler groups. All right. Oh, Laura, are you driving that car up? Up. Annie, can you drive it down? Let's see. Let's put it on top and let it drive. Are you Oh, you did it. Sutton, that was a good one. That went all the way down. Avery, you driving across? So you see, some of us are walking and balancing on the beam. We're driving our cars up or down, across. Some of us are going slow, fast. Let's see it, Sutton. 1. Whoa, crash. Good girl. So what we're trying to do with these 1Ps, is keep it open-ended so that there's no opportunity for failure. They can take it where they're at. So if they're wanting to explore and to do up-down with the cars, that's fine. If they want to balance, they can balance. If they want to climb, they can climb. But there's no way for them to have a hard stop or finish. Good job. All right, what are we doing in 1-year-old class today? Our 1Ps are finding a straw, and they're dropping it into the cones. Good job. Couple things are happening here. Wow, good job. 1, we can talk about color recognition. So we can say you have a pink one, you have a green one. 2, they're doing a little precision movement, a little fine motor one. Good. 3, they're practicing reinforcing their object permanence concept. So these kids do have a concept of object permanence. They know that things exist even when they can't see them. But right now, something is disappearing. And at the end, actually, that was perfect, Ophelia. She just discovered where all the straws went. So they disappeared, but they're still right there. Good job, you guys. All right, check us out. We're in the beam area. We are doing a hand-eye coordination game. They are putting them on the cones and knocking them off. Wow! Charlie, you did it. Do it again. Let me see it, Cooper.
Charlie, put the ball back on the cone.
And now hit it with the cone.
Wow! Charlie, get a ball, baby.
Wow!
Put down the noodle. You're on camera. Hurry up. The big one. Go slow. To the right. Slow. Now make it in the make it in the bucket. Good job. 2 thumbs up.
Last one, Brady boy. Slow. Yeah.
Good job. Put it on there. Where is it? Where'd it go? There it is.
Josh laughed at that.
Closer, so closer, so closer.
Yay!
There it is.
You did it. Good job, Kaylee. Yay, get him. Oh.
No, I think let's
Yay.
We love it.
Yay.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah, you get that guy.
Wow. Got a setup for you for your Weepies. This would work for your 1Ps too, especially if you changed a couple things. So come with me, we're gonna do. We have this little roller coaster. It's fun to buy stuff like this. You can get them pretty cheap and they come in handy. But watch Poppy. So she's working on her core strength. As they're going down, she's going those leggies out. 1, 2. Wow. We've got a slide, and then you're gonna want to remember that you want some side stations. So I have a nice big class. So I threw up some things on the bars that they can go to just so everyone has options. We've just got a little swing where they can track, pull, and we've got a silky. Do you want to go in the silky first? Booty first. Booty first. If you're trying to get them calm, something softer like this. If you're trying to get them excited, and pop, pop, pop. Yeah. That's all we're doing is moving. All right, so we saw what we did with the VPs. Now let's see how we adapt the same area for a 1-piece or maybe a 2-piece class. I typically for 1-piece, you'll do about half of the time. They're gonna do like a planned obstacle circuit where they have to go in order. And then half the time we set up on floor, we let them do choice activities, okay? With your 2-piece, you're almost always gonna take the same stuff and put it together as a circuit so they go in order. Once in a while, if you wanna do free choice, you can do free choice, especially if you have a really big or wild class or a bunch of brand new 2-year-olds and you think they need that more open-endedness in their lesson. So check out what the 1-piece are doing. They're also riding the car, but they might not need help. So maybe mom or dad can stand at the bottom. Look at what Jackson's doing. We've taken our little rolly and knockover stations and we've given them a stick and they're knocking it over. Can you do that, Jackson? Knock it over, and if they need a little help, we can come and help them. Wow! Wow! And then we're stacking. All of your 1-piece can climb, and all of them, we've taken our stairs where we did our slide down, our blind landing, and we've adjusted it so they can practice climbing up and over, made it a motor planning gross motor station. Look, Mary's doing good. We still have our car racing station because it's fun, it's pretty open-ended, and they can do it at all ages. Over here where our cones are, they're discovering their ducks, but instead of us mommies having to lift it up, most likely they're going to be interested in seeing what's underneath and they're going to be able to find it themselves. Another thing you could do on the station is practice stacking all your cones in order and having them practice unstacking and stacking. Over here, good job, Jackson. We're going to do a balance station. We've taken our tunnel that our VPs were sliding under and we're going to practice surfing. Surfing, right, left. You'll like it? We did good. And the last one is those barrels that we used to knock over the little rattles in our VPs. Now we're gonna use them to flip. Watch this.